Hi, Priscilla Daphney here, animal communicator and distance pet Reiki practitioner. I have a lot to say today about what it means to communicate with animals intuitively. The short answer is that intuitive communication with animals refers to the ability to understand and connect with them on a non-verbal level. It involves tuning into their thoughts, feelings, and energy to establish a form of communication beyond spoken language. Now, the long answer is a list of key aspects of intuitive or nonverbal communication. Interpreting nonverbal cues from animals is how they communicate primarily through body language, vocalizations, and energy. We learn to interpret these cues to understand what the animal is trying to convey. For example, a dog's wagging tail signifies happiness, while flattening ears indicate fear. We understand that their vocalizations like barking or meowing convey various emotions and messages. As pet parents, we oftentimes look at our pets and wonder what they're thinking, or we simply feel like we just know what they're saying. A meow might be, hey, I want to chase that bird outside. Or a dog pawing at you may be that they just want pets on the head. Intuitive communication involves empathizing with the animal and being able to feel and understand their emotions and needs. This requires being attuned to subtle changes in their behavior and energy. We can look into our pet's eyes and step into our animal's perspectives and feelings and understand their emotions of fear, joy, or sadness. By sharing this emotional experience, we can better respond to their needs. We can observe subtle changes in their behavior, such as body language and facial expressions, which indicates the animal's emotional state, helping us to respond appropriately. We can sense the energy shifts emanating from our pets by tuning into their energy field, sensing mood and intentions before overt behaviors manifest. For instance, I have two bulldogs. One minute they're laying there side by side, quiet and content, and suddenly I'll feel a shift in the atmosphere and I see one's ears starting to pin back. And for some reason, that dog has decided to either become feisty and want to play or irritable. And that maybe the other one was taking up, too much space or snoring too loud. But I can catch them before they get into any sort of quarrel or disagreement. And that's all based on the shift in the energy I'm surrounded by. We, and I mean we humans, not just necessarily animal communicators per se, often rely on our intuition or, when you have that gut feeling, we use that to connect with animals. We may receive insights or impressions about the animal's thoughts and feelings intuitively rather than through logical reasoning. The problem is, over time, we've blocked this innate ability to just go with your gut or have deemed something being illogical as unworthy of consideration in our thought process. So that brings me to telepathy as a form of intuitive communication. I believe in telepathic communication with animals, where thoughts and feelings are transmitted directly between minds without the need for verbal or physical cues. This is something that we've been born with. And as you've probably heard the term sixth sense, we possess innate intuitive abilities that allow for nonverbal communication and perception beyond the traditional five senses of sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. Now, let's briefly dive into telepathy as our sixth sense, representing an intuitive or extrasensory perception that extends beyond the typical sensory modalities. It involves the capacity to receive and interpret information or energy through channels such as intuition, gut feelings, premonitions, or heightened sensitivity to subtle energies. Humans, just like other animals, possess innate intuitive capabilities that may have evolutionary origins. Some argue that our ancestors relied on intuition and nonverbal communication for survival in ancient environments where rapid decision-making and deciphering subtle cues were essential for their existence. Establishing a connection with an animal requires trust and openness on both sides, intuitively approaching animals with respect, patience, and a willingness to listen and understand. And then there's practice and experience. Like any skill, intuitive communication with pets and animals can be developed and refined over time through practice and experience. It requires observation, mindfulness, and a willingness to learn from each interaction with animals. Overall, intuitive communication with animals is about fostering a deeper connection and mutual understanding between humans and animals based on empathy, intuition, and nonverbal communication. Feel free to drop a comment below to share your thoughts or ask questions about this topic or any other aspect related to our beloved animals. And if you'd like to stay updated with more insights about the fascinating creatures in our world, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Check out my website at PriscillaDaphney.com and subscribe to my newsletter. And until next time, don't forget to listen to your pets chatter. I'm here to translate their tales.